I'm asking you what your personal problem is with me.
There is no personal problem with you.
No? Do you know who I am?
No, because you won't give me your ID.
You don't need it because Steinman shares it with you guys. I proved that on stand. Do you want to get involved in any civil rights issues right now?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. That's a tick right there. That's Marquez's tick, along with the shoulder shrug.
I didn't do anything like that.
No, not you. But he committed perjury on the stand, and you don't want to fuck with me.
I don't.
No.
Why is that?
Because, well, you're surrounding me right now in a threatening manner. Is that not a superior?
I don't know if that is or not.
Can you visibly identify who's patrolling around you? You don't know what's going on?
I do know what's going on.
There's a truck right there, there's an SUV right there, and you can't tell me who your supervisor is?
I know I'm the supervisor.
Who is your supervisor tonight?
Sergeant Heath.
Sergeant Heath. Does he know I'm right here right now?
Probably, because that's probably him right there.
Good. I want a formal report. And I want your name on it, and your name on it too.
Just get a formal report.
I will get a formal report. I bet you I'll get a formal report.
You have to request it through the proper channels.
Oh, this is a proper channel right here. Hey, sir, how are you doing tonight?
Doing okay, how are you?
Very good. You are the proper channel tonight. Are you muting your body camera, sir? Because I'm definitely recording. Okay, talk to him. I know what you did. You muted your body camera. I know how this works. Tampering with evidence. I am recording that now. You just tampered with evidence. This is a formal investigation and he is tampering with evidence. The officer mutes a body camera footage. That's tampering with evidence. I'm going to prove this in a Boulder court of law. Y'all are more than welcome to come through. I'm going to prove perjury too. What's your name, sir?
Officer Torres.
Officer Torres. Nice to meet you, sir.
You too.
Thanks for not threatening my body motions and movement because I'm free to move.
I'm sorry I didn't catch you.
I know you didn't because I didn't give it to you yet. Okay, hold on 1 second.
Okay.
What is the nature of this gentleman's cause for my suspicion?
I don't know that there is.
Well, ask him while we're all here today.
I believe you're free to go if you'd like to go.
I was here in the first place, sir. They swarmed me. How am I free to go? I've been free this whole night.
I'm done talking to you.
You're done talking? No, I'd like a formal report right the fuck now.
You don't get to demand.
I don't get to demand it. He's suspecting me of being in violation. He detained me. I have this all on camera. I'm animate so people can hear me. And people know people are violating civil rights every day. I would like a deck of poker cards right now. 3-card stud. Play them out. I want your card.
What card?
Badge number, please. That's your card. Badge number. Badge number. I will, more than you know.
All right, have a good night.
Have a good night. Hey, I wanna know why I'm being freed of the investigation though. Do you know what investigation this was? Did he tell you? Did he tell you why you're here and I requested a superior? Or am I just free to go?
You're free to go.
Is this just another fucking stop and go welfare check? I've been here all fucking night.
Okay.
And y'all want to swarm me, and I got to call for a fucking superior. Man, fuck off. Get out of here. I'm recording, dude. Civil rights violation at its finest. Okay. Have a good night. I said good day, sir. You're free to leave. You're free to leave.
So,
this is stalking. I feel threatened. This is stalking. Definition of stalking. He's going to hang around me, and I've been here all night. Literally. Right here. And they're gonna fucking hang out next to me now. I just made them call for a superior because they were conducting an investigation on me. They detained me. I'm within my rights to call for that superior.
The video records a high-tension confrontation with a legally informed citizen and a group of police officers in Boulder. When surrounded without cause, the filmer calmly demanded the presence of a superior and the business cards of each officer. A key highlight is the discovery of an officer muting his body camera audio, an act alleged to be tampering with evidence. The dialogue exposes the embarrassment of law enforcement when unable to provide a legal basis for detention, ultimately forcing them to let the citizen leave amidst assertions of free speech and government oversight. The greatest lesson is to always film to protect yourself against abuses of power. When approached by police, maintain a firm but alert demeanor and demand a supervisor if you feel your rights are being violated. My advice is to master local police body camera regulations to promptly challenge any intentional distortion of evidence. A practical guide is to always request the name cards and badge numbers of all participating officers while confirming your freedom of movement to avoid unlawful detention. Do not take your eyes off the screen, because right coming up is an even more shocking situation where a citizen exercises the right to arrest a property thief, but is instead unreasonably arrested by the police in retaliation.
He said, the highway is right there. Get off my property. I said, okay, stay right there. You're under arrest. I turned around. I walked out the door and I proceeded to do what I needed to do, calling the sheriffs to come arrest a felon in regards to property theft. The Halifax County sheriffs that responded retaliated against me, the victim, witness, and informant, placing me under arrest for assuming duties of law enforcement because law enforcement has failed to do their job to investigate felonious crime. With that being said, I'm constitutionally protected by the United States and the state of Virginia to execute a citizen's arrest. Therefore, when I said you're under arrest, stay right there, and walked out the door, there was no physical altercation. I did not obstruct this individual from his free movement, but I did inform him of him being in violation of the law. With that being said, the sheriffs retaliated against me with an arrest, taking the notice that I gave Mr. Ellington as evidence against me, refusing to investigate why I placed Mr. Ellington under a citizen's arrest. Refusing to investigate. Now, with that being said, I have been charged with assuming duties of law enforcement. I am now enduring a malicious prosecution for a constitutionally protected right, which is very wrong. In regards to that, I've submitted all the information to the sheriffs, to the state police. The troopers are refusing me an investigation, claiming I am not in accordance with the law that would permit a tow, but they can't tell me what the law is or what statutes they are. Go figure, they're the same statutes they would have to research to determine I was in accordance with the law. So with that being said, Mr. Ellington proceeded to remove my property from here illegally, taking it to his property on Highway 58, Franklin's Garage. When he did that, the crime scene moved jurisdictions. So when I served him the legal notice and I performed a constitutionally protected right to place him under citizen's arrest and notify him of his crimes, I proceeded to call law enforcement and they retaliated. They did not care to investigate why one would put somebody under a citizen's arrest. No, they've conspired to cover up the crimes of those individuals against me, thus committing crimes themselves, misprision of felony. I produced felony information to these individuals like I'm producing to you now, and they failed to do their duties at every level. Well, I'm not going out of my way for fear of more retaliation against me. You have to understand, I have exhausted all law enforcement officials in the state of Virginia, not limited and including the FBI. And the moment I exhausted the FBI and realized that it's not a terroristic level of security issue, whatever, they're putting me in a pool in the computer systems to be pulled out whenever they want to pull it out to maybe investigate if they ever want to investigate.
What did the state police say?
They're refusing to investigate, telling me I was towed in accordance of the law. But they're not claiming any statutes. And in the criminal reports that I've submitted to most of these officials, one also being our Commonwealth attorney to lead towards potential prosecution of the individuals who were covering up felony criminal reports. So with that being said, it is now at the local attorney's office, and I'm introducing this information to the U.S. Attorney's Office because there are federal crimes being committed by law enforcement.
So what can we do?
You can immediately investigate this and restore me to my property immediately.
See, we're not involved in that case.
I just submitted felony reports to you, gentlemen.
Hang on a second. Let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
What crime are you saying? Are you saying it happened
Right over there. April 1st I parked there. It was gone April 2nd from 3:30 to 3:30. There was no notice, no tagging, no notifying of me.
You're saying it was
Towed illegally. Sorry?
why are you saying it's towed illegally?
Okay, because the Virginia state statutes, two different statutes, would deem property to be abandoned at 48 and 72 hours. And in regards to posting signage as well, there's information that claims if there's signage posted with the tow truck company information, they don't even need to notify me if I'm parking on other property illegally. So with that being said, I can furnish you the statutes that have me protected by law that these people are alleging that I am in violation of to merit a tow. This is an illegal theft of my property because I am in accordance with law. I have not been talking out of my ass. I've prepared criminal reports with statutes to match up to all my allegations.
All right, so let me. I'm just trying to get straight. So, were you on the roadway or were you in the parking lot? Or,
Private.
well, I guess
I
you
was
call it
on the
parking
private
lot.
property parking lot. To the right of it. To the right of it, still in that lot. Still on Service Authority property.
So the Service Authority owns that.
They do. Yes.
What are the statutes you said? If you have them, that way you can write
I'm
them
gonna
down.
write them down.
I'm gonna pause this video.
The valuable lesson here is that the right to a citizen's arrest is a powerful legal tool, but extremely dangerous if the police are unwilling to cooperate. My advice is to always gather full and specific legal codes before taking any legal action at the scene. A practical guide is that you must audio or video record the entire dialogue with the police, especially when they refuse to consider the statutes you provide. Never perform a citizen's arrest without clear video evidence to counter potential future charges of impersonating law enforcement. Stay tuned for the next video to witness a peak confrontation where a citizen refuses to answer any questions and exposes the police for intentionally turning off their body cameras to hide their abuse of power.
I cannot wait to appear in court though. So who else is gonna be signing this ticket? Steinman, since you approached me and detained me, can he sign the ticket? Is he required by law to sign that ticket since he's the one who stopped me to detain me for suspicion of committing a crime? Because this gentleman here did not stop me and detain me. He did. Can you make sure he signs the ticket, please? Thank you so very much. Are you recording body cam as well? No? Are you, sir?
You been drinking today at all?
I don't answer questions. Have you been recording body cam footage? Ma'am, can you find out from him? I'll just notice subpoena this sooner than later. That's all. I'm gonna pull my case file, discovery. Okay. He said his isn't on though, Steinman, and he's the one who stopped me. So if they're all being alleged on, then I'd like to subpoena all the cameras.
Real quick, sir.
All of them.
Excuse me. Is this your bag here?
I don't answer questions, man. I'm tired of being nitpicked by people who think that they just,
That was just a simple question.
Aren't they all? So after I tried to take out the civil temporary protection order, that later that night, the first indication of stalking occurred. This gentleman and his partner drove past the College Hill and yelled my full legal name out the window. I have yet to go back to the courthouse and cited a new case in regards to the stalking. Because I'm just going to continue to build to it, and I'm going to write everything down. No, I'm not going to sign it. No. How's my attitude, though, on the back of the ticket, just out of curiosity?
LDS.
What's that mean? Is that citation marked with body cam footage? Is that box checked? Awesome. Hey, Steinman, you don't have your body camera footage on, do you? Is yours supposed to be on, too, when you conduct a stop?
One more second, sir.
Sir, I'm done with you, dude.
Camera.
I know. I'm getting antsy. Kick it down. No, I don't feel good. Anxiety's raising. That's what happens every time. Every time. So is this... Okay, let me ask you a question, ma'am. In regards to the rabies vaccination, I noticed that some of these officers put a bond. Can you explain the bond?
That's what the court says.
That's what the court says. Well, let me just further state that this officer charged me with dog at large retaliatory when I gave my service animal a task to perform. Due to the nature of the task, I have an affirmative defense. However, this gentleman chose a $250 bond, and on the first charge of a dog at large, it's $100. Why would he do that to me?
It's a different charge.
I know what I'm talking about. So, excuse you, ma'am, do you understand why he would do that to me?
I don't know anything about it.
Okay. I'm only asking, due to the nature of this gentleman's behavior and knowing that this officer who's harassed and stalked and really made me uncomfortable in the past trained this gentleman, and this gentleman, before he ID'd me. I'm not familiar with how that works, but he really wrote me a charge, assuming I was who he thought I was, and I never met this guy in my life, and he didn't even confirm getting information wrong. With that being said, I don't think that's professional at all. So, another question, last question before I leave you guys. Who all is currently activated with a body camera, and I would like everybody to identify themselves?
I'm on.
You're on?
Yep.
And your name, please? Peterson? Steinman, are you on? Are you hot?
We'll find out later.
Is your body camera on or not? He signed the ticket, though.
Yeah.
Can you make him answer that question? Well, no, I'm on camera, and this is going to be evidence in a court of law.
So you've got us all on camera.
It's not about, no, but when I subpoena body cameras,
Go ahead,
camera footage,
every single one.
well, I need to know if his is on or not.
You don't need to know that. You can subpoena, and that's when you'll find out.
Well, you just won't tell me? I feel like it's a game. He's the only one. He's the ringleader, and he doesn't have his on. That sounds kind of odd, doesn't it? Or it doesn't. I know, of course we're done, because I have a valid point. I'm sorry. I really am.
Okay.
No, I'm
So
not.
we're done.
We are done.
All right.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Are you able to pass along information to Internal Affairs?
It's called professional standards, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Mr. Whiten, right? Sergeant Whiten? Yeah. Can you have him call me?
You can call him.
I will. I think I will. I'm going to start to add more evidence to the pile. It's already uploaded on YouTube.
The most important lesson is the right to remain silent and the right to demand transparency regarding police recording devices. My advice is to always confirm whether the officer you are facing has their body camera turned on, as this is vital evidence in court. A practical guide is that when receiving a citation, you have the right to demand that the officer who directly initiated the stop signs the ticket and provides their full badge number. If you detect signs of retaliation or incorrect penalty amounts, collect the names of everyone present to file a complaint with Internal Affairs. Stay tuned for the next video to witness a breathtaking situation where a legally informed citizen teaches the police a lesson on the Constitution as they intentionally ignore a serious property theft.
Yes, sir.
No crime has been committed.
Yes, sir, it has, and I'm going to elaborate for that.
And then you can talk, all right?
Yes, sir. This is misprison of a felony, and right now...
You're going to stop talking?
Go ahead.
Okay? No crime can take you to park your vehicle on the lot owned by somebody else. You can't park in that. That means...
Says who?
Code of Virginia says you cannot leave any property belonging to somebody else.
Can you furnish me that code?
I don't have to. I'm telling you.
Listen here, sir. With all due respect, this is why I requested a supervisor. This is misprison of a felony, refusing to take a report in regards to the felony. And you're acting as an attorney practicing law unlicensed right now, which is also a crime. And you are here to solely take a criminal report. In regards to that, hold on one second, sir. I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm trying to educate you. Now, the Supreme Court had ruled that it is your sole duty to take a criminal report in regards. And if I am falsifying any information in regards to this report, you will be liable to arrest me. Now, with the state law and federal law considering, I'm going to educate you. Not at one point, at any point in time, was I made aware that I was trespassing. Therefore, it is a crime in regards to the removal of that vehicle from that property because nobody had made anybody aware that a crime's been committed. I'm going to elaborate for you in a clear instance. 1 second, sir.
No, he's talking. You stop talking, okay?
I really wanted to speak with the supervisor so I didn't get gangbanged by a bunch of people who didn't study law.
Do you know the person that owned the property you're parked on?
It's not owned by a private individual. It's owned by a private corporation.
Did that corporation give you permission to park there?
This property has been generally open and accessible to the public in the neighborhood for generations, as I can testify myself to that. There are no posting signs whatsoever that would deem any portion of that property not open and accessible to the general public. Sir, this is misprision of a felony if you're refusing to take a report. This is why I seriously wanted the supervisor to come down here and respect my constitutional rights. What is your name, sir? It needs to be handled accordingly. Well, I have to teach you guys because you guys, I do. You guys do not study law, and it's the equivalent to a kitchen hiring a head chef who's never peeled an orange or held a knife or entered a kitchen in their whole life. It absolutely does. I gave you a reference in regards to how the similarity is there. Now you go ahead, sir. What do you have to say?
The town of South Boston is the people that were responsible for towing your vehicle.
No, they were not, sir. If they were, there would be a report number as far as an incident report or call log report, and they would have paperwork in regards to such. If Officer Perkins conspired to withhold evidence while that RV was removed by a private party, he is also involved and will be named as a criminal accessory.
But what I'm saying is, South Boston Police Department towed your vehicle. The county don't have.
It left the jurisdiction. Yes, it does. And I'm going to teach you about this, sir. I'm not? Okay. Are you too old to learn new tricks? It's okay. I still am requesting a supervisor on scene. You're going to tell me I'm refused the right for a supervisor to come and take a formal report seriously?
Yes, because it's not a formal report.
This is not serious, not a formal report, not a criminal act. You studied law yourself, correct? Did you take the bar, sir? Did you take the bar?
No. Did you take the ball?
I didn't have to take the bar to do this. Yeah, and that's a shame because you enforce law that you know nothing about, equivalent to hiring a head chef who's never been in the kitchen in his life. We need criminal justice reform because you guys violate rights all the time, misprison felonies. This is a conspiracy to deprive me of my rights. Because you don't know the law, ignorance is no excuse for not knowing the law. You all being sheriffs, you are solely bound to make sure other officials are held to constitutional jurisdiction and law.
Where's your vehicle at?
Why don't you ask Franklin's where my home is, since they have it and they are an accessory to a crime. Once they took it, as far as the admission of guilt that I've received, I have no idea where it is. Can you tell me, Mr. Bush, why I'm being refused a superior on scene? Did you not see him refuse me an officer? Because this is being recorded for quality assurance.
You're recording this.
Yes, sir.
And I'm not in agreement with you recording.
Why am I being arrested?
You're being on arrest right now.
What? I'm sorry. What? Why are you detaining me?
We'll get to that.
Why are you detaining me, sir?
We'll get to that in just a second. You're under arrest.
Why am I being arrested? I'm not impersonating the
Go ahead, let go of your phone. You can't have that in the back of the car. Go ahead, release your phone.
I'm not impersonating.
The video records a fierce legal debate between a legally informed citizen and deputy sheriffs in Virginia regarding the illegal taking of his RV. The filmer accuses the police of misprision of a felony for refusing to file a criminal report for property theft. He utilizes extensive knowledge of the Constitution and federal statutes to criticize the lack of expertise in law enforcement. The important lesson is that legal knowledge is the most powerful weapon to confront the abuse of power. My advice is to learn how to cite specific statutes, such as the Homestead Act or the right to protect one's dwelling, to assert your legal standing. A practical guide is to always demand to see a supervisor when the officer on the scene refuses to perform their duty of filing a crime report. Remember that police ignorance is no excuse for them to deprive you of your rights, and preserving video evidence is mandatory for future litigation. Do not leave the screen, because right next is an infuriating situation where the police side with a wealthy landowner to ignore the act of destroying the personal property of a vulnerable citizen.
But you talking too much, sir.
You destroyed my door, sir. I'm gonna file a civil claim on you in court. If they refuse to take a report because they're good old boys with you, then we're gonna have a bigger dilemma in court because they'll have a conspiracy to cover up your crimes against people.
What are you talking about a report?
Please come on over here, sir. I've been waiting to get verbal admission of guilt, and I got it on film finally during our first altercation. This is the first time I met with him. He destroyed my door with adhesive. This note was taped right here. He destroyed my plexiglass, and I busted the seal trying to remove it. Had it have stayed on here, all the adhesive would have destroyed the window. So he vandalized and destroyed my property. So I need to file a report. And I've been waiting to do this, and I could have only done this today when the gentleman presented himself and said, yes, I left a note, but he signed it. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
I thought it was a prank.
All right, here's the thing.
But I want to file this right here. I want a complaint, and I want a report to be taken, and I want him to be charged because this is a criminal act. If I go around slapping notations to other cars, destroying their paint with duct tape, I would expect to be held liable. I'm not a hard guy to deal with, dude.
No, I understand. I mean,
I've been homeless all across the country.
Okay.
This is my hometown.
Right.
I have nowhere to go.
I don't know what it feels like to be like that,
It's
but I know where
okay.
you're coming from.
By force first, now I'm homeless by choice. I just called the service place, Tri-County, the other day, Tri-River Community Action. They're willing to get me out of the county and put me in a shelter with a bunch of people during an epidemic right now.
Right.
I'll have to get rid of my dog, my RV, my legal gun.
Right.
And so I'm depreciating at that point. And
But can you understand where we're coming from?
Yeah, a little bit.
With I mean, obviously we got called here because obviously this stands out as you living here because there's an RV.
I have been living here for 6 months.
Right, and you might have gotten permission, but he is an owner of the property.
I got a permission from the co-owner, so how is he able to tell
I
me
don't
now
know who
over
the co-owner is.
Betty, his wife?
Okay, well.
That's what I'm saying. Like
We have a call here today.
Yeah.
He says he's the owner. I mean, I'm assuming that's Mr. Jones. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you like to see the admission of guilt? Because I want him charged.
Do you have written permission to be here?
Verbal.
A verbal? Is it verbal? Okay.
Yeah, in Virginia, contracts are binding, bro.
Okay.
And like I said, I couldn't do anything with this or call you guys until I had a name or admission of guilt.
Right.
Well, a name still wouldn't have done anything, but the admission of guilt.
Right.
I got him on camera. Yeah, I left that note, blah, blah, blah. The moment he applied duct tape to my car, it destroyed my property.
I'm not yelling at you, man.
I'm sorry, but none of y'all get it. Y'all want to point the finger at me, oh, we got to get him gone, he's the problem, when in reality, we let people go with crimes overlooked because, wait a minute, he owns the property, so he's allowed.
He has the right to notify you.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. If this gentleman decided he wanted to slap notes on every car in this parking lot because it's his property right now using duct tape, would you come out here and would you take a report from the next person who hasn't been living here?
No, sir.
Why not?
If he told them they needed to leave, that they were not around the vehicle, he could take them.
He never told me I needed to leave. This is signed thank you.
Right.
This is signed thank you.
Where's the
You're laughing about this.
There's no criminal intent.
Yes, there is.
What's the criminal intent?
He used
That's not criminal.
an adhesive that destroyed my door.
But I'm just saying there's no criminal intent.
So what criminal intent do I have living here? I'm not a criminal. So tell me, where's the criminal intent that would have me gone? This is public access on private property, and the Supreme Court ruled that the prune yard, no, not wrong answer. You guys, you do your fucking jobs and you don't study law.
I can tell you right
None
now,
of you study law.
You don't know your voice and everything. I know where you're going to be at.
Look, I know you don't study law. I know I've studied law as a result of being charged for fucking bumheads like him. Straight up meatheads.
Listen,
can't
if
talk
you
to
say
these guys
that
like
I'm
this.
in my office
Look.
one more time, you're going to jail.
What am I going to jail for?
Disorderly
I didn't do
conduct.
Disorderly
I'm not
conduct. Yes, you are.
disorderly. Don't you threaten me.
It's not a
No,
threat.
it's a promise.
I'm not
It's a
disorderly.
promise. Yes,
I'm
you are.
not
I'm
disorderly.
going to ask you several
He
times to
told
lower your
me-
voice. Listen, lower your voice.
I lowered my voice. He told me a hypothetical. that I have to have tags to be on a city street. We ain't even on a city street.
Listen here.
So why is he threatening me
This
with
is
that?
bottom line. Either you're going to have this right here moved by 6 o'clock this evening, it's going to be towed.
I already answered your question,
All
but
right.
you refuse to take a report against this gentleman who destroyed my door.
Let's go.
Can I get all of your names, please?
Officer Bain.
Officer Bain.
Hey.
Who's Officer Long? Who's this meathead right here?
Officer
Where's your ID then?
Officer
Perkins.
Perkins.
What's your name? What's your ID?
I'm not being detained. I was given a lawful order to leave the property by a certain time. You have no right to search me.
Nobody said
You
anything
what?
about searching.
Okay, then why are you, the meathead, turning back around to give me a hard time?
I asked your name.
Well, you're not going to get it, sir.
Okay, fine.
Have a nice day.
Right. 6 o'clock, it will be towed.
We got a date. You have a good day, Mr. Bain. So they're not going to charge him for destroying my door because he's the property owner and he supports the police by paying a ton of taxes. And that meathead wanted to arrest me for disorderly conduct when I'm not disorderly. I'm definitely going to file a complaint in regards to this because he was threatening me. So he's going to actually be broadcasted all over.
The lesson learned is that you must always remain alert and record all direct confessions from the opposing party to serve as legal evidence later. My advice is that when facing cover-ups by local police, collect the full names and badge numbers of all participating officers to prepare for a civil lawsuit or federal complaint. A practical guide is that you should not sign any documents or leave until you have clearly identified your legal standing at the scene. Persistent demands for a crime report and recording the police's refusal will be the key to your victory in civil rights courts.
Knowing your rights isn't being difficult, it's being prepared. If this video helped you understand your legal rights, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Drop a comment below, tell us your story, ask a question, or suggest the next encounter we should break down. This is ID Refusal 101, where we teach the basics of your right. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.